Race fans, during the Gatorade Duel, you can follow your favorite driver free on Track Pass at NASCAR.com. Listen to his in-car audio, drag your computer over next to the TV screen, and go to NASCAR.com for free Track Pass today. Reed Sorensen lost the lead when Carl Edwards and Martin Truex jumped to the bottom and freight trained him.
Now I believe Carl Edwards in that 99 car, he's a sitting duck. There comes Martin Truex Jr. in the 1 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s former teammate. Now they've got that outside line going again.
Bottom right, watch Reed Sorensen in front. Newman to the outside. Here comes Edwards with a full head of steam, and Truex with him. Bye-bye Sorensen.
Sorensen gets stuck in the middle right there.
I tell you, the guy that we look back up here at the front, and here comes Dale Jr. in that 88 car. You watch him come off of turn 2. I don't think anybody here gets off of turn 2 the way he does. He gets up high. He really rim rides that thing off the top of turn 2, and gets a ton of speed down the back straightaway.
From Dale Jr. looking back at Ryan Newman.
He's content to ride there now, but when he gets ready to pass, watch him go to that high side.
He will get right against that wall.
He's got a line off of there that's just unique, I think.
Martin Truex, who scored his first win in what is now the Sprint Cup Series last year at his home track at Dover, Delaware.
And I know this is just half the field for the Daytona 500, but I just think this goes to show you what the draft and having a good driving race car do for you. Martin qualified 40th on Sunday. Here he is leading the first Gatorade Duel race.
And you know, the interesting thing is he and Dale Jr. are such good friends.
And they were teammates for so many years. Steve Burns.
Hey, Mike, we've caught up with Kurt Busch. Kurt, short day, what puts you in the garage?
They're still checking it out. You know, we've got some burned up wires under the dash, so that's not good. And we'll go from there. We've got the Champions Provisional to fall back on, and so we're not too worried about it.
Good luck Sunday, Kurt.
In the Budweiser shootout, when Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the lead, we were accused on some websites of turning up the volume around the grandstand. That was not us. Freddie Aldis did not slide that pot up. That's the fans coming to their feet and making the noise for Dale Jr. That was not enhanced audio.
Well, it took him 18 laps, but from the rear to the front, he takes the lead here. And right now, our 2 transfer cars are running 5th and 6th. Boris Said in the 60, Joe Nemechek in the 78 car.
Matt Yoakum on the new leader. All right, we'll get back with that. Junior leading Newman now by just about a car length. Sorensen has regrouped in a solid
third. The
third.
corner right rear is just taking off up the racetrack. He's driving up the track himself.
That's Dale Jr. What's he mean, Darrell?
Well, these cars ride on the right rear. They kind of steer themselves off of the right rear. Get too aggressive back there with the spring, then the car just wants to slide up the racetrack. He's chasing it up the track. The car is in a kind of a loose condition where he has to chase it all the way up the hill to catch it.
Try that again.
Mike Tony Jr. joked on the grid. He said, I feel like maybe lap 30 is when you'll see our car get to the front. He goes, for us, it's just about surviving and not tearing up this race car, working our way to the front. He got there a little sooner than expected, but he says the car is loose on the radio from Junior. Now let's go to Dick.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson has also been on the radio. He also, Matt, said that his car is real loose, but just for emphasis, he said it again, real loose, real loose. Johnson has motored forward to the 8th spot from the back of the pack.
But one thing I really like about this package we got here now, this engine package, these engines have got some response to them now. You can roll up out of the throttle a little bit and not lose all your momentum, and you can get it back because you got about 50 more horsepower than we've had in the past, and that throttle response is good.
And it's not because the engine package has changed as much as it has a bigger restrictor plate with a lower gear turning about 1,000 more RPM than it did a year ago. The net speed is about the same as a year ago.
Brian Newman challenging.
I tell you, another Dodge that is showing some muscle. He's right there behind Dale Earnhardt Jr. Elliott Sadler in that 19 car started back in the 14th position. It just looks like the Dodges were hurting on qualifying day, but they're looking awfully racy in the draft.
Yeah, you know what I think it was? I think it's the gear thing. I don't think they ever had a gear that was really good for them.
Whoa, 4 wide. Something happened to Sadler. He climbed the hill.
Yeah, he's off.
And he's out of it.
He's off.
It looks like to me what he's trying to do is get into pit road, possibly a tire issue on that 19 car. Now, Elliott Sadler is locked into the Daytona 500 in the top 35 in owner points.
No caution, but a close moment caused when Elliott Sadler climbed the hill.
But Larry, I think part of the issue with these Dodges is that they just didn't have the gear that they needed, and I think the gear they got in is good for racing, not that maybe wasn't good for qualifying.
See what happened to Elliott Sadler there. Go off into turn 2. You can see the car just walked up the racetrack. Casey Mears, the 5, gets in the back of him, but that has all the look of a soft tire. Maybe not all the way flat, but going down.
I'll tell you the other thing, too, Larry. When you get in a precarious situation like he was in right there with cars underneath of you like that, you think you got a flat tire, and you kind of hope you do because you don't want your car being that ill and something not wrong.
It'd like to have been big with Casey Mears in the 5 and his teammate Jimmy Johnson in the 48, though.
It was a really close call for Mears. 23 laps complete. Pit stops coming. We'll be right back.